All right, welcome everyone. Feel free to pop in the chat, say hello, tell us where you're coming from. Super excited that you're all here today. We're going to be diving into Rive and just kind of checking it out, kind of like a first look. We'll play around a little bit. We'll look at the like animation, the like icon that we'll be working on through this series. This is going to be a 4-part series, so we're going to do 4 videos. We're going to be streaming at the same time every week for the month of September. And yeah, we're just here to kind of learn together, have some fun, and by the end of it, hopefully build a sweet like button animation that we're going to include in a React app. So super excited you're here. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get a little tunes going in the background. So give me one sec. And I might need to adjust the volume a little bit. So let's see. Let's see. So I'm just going to put on some chill hop radio. Kind of in the background. Okay. Just... Yes, the English cream, Guido, the English cream retrievers are here. There are 2 of them, actually. I'll see if I can move out of the way so you can see. So there's one, that's Kona. And then behind Kona we have Rosie, which you can kind of see in the background. So yes, we are big English Cream fans over here. So they will be hanging out with us. Maybe they'll drive a little bit. We'll see. So cool. So hopefully the audio sounds okay. yes, the sleep. Yeah, they're always here taking naps while I'm working. So hopefully the audio is okay as far as volume. I adjusted that a little bit, so hopefully we just, we've got some light tunes going in the background. So if I need to change that at all, just drop a message in the chat. I've got it open here on the side. But yeah, welcome. We're super excited to do this. So let's switch scenes over so you can see my screen. Cool. So yeah, let's get to it. Rive. So I wish I could tell you how I heard about Rive. I want to say I was just on Twitter and someone that I followed retweeted something from Rive. And I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. And so I like to think of Rive, or at least my impression of it so far, is it's just like Figma, except it's for building these beautiful animations. And so it's got that real-time collaboration aspect. I actually haven't tried that out yet, but I assume that it works just like Figma, real-time collaboration, people hop in, multiple cursors, comments, etc. So yeah, so this is Rive. They have a beautiful landing page. And so if you scroll down, it kind of pans out of that animation. And I'm actually going to turn the volume down a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Cool. Hey, what's up? Alec, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, so Rive it's this animation tool. Like I said, it's kind of like Figma. Oh, you can't hear the tunes anymore. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what I just realized? Thank you for mentioning that. Let me see if I can add that back in real quick. Give me one sec. Okay. How about now? Can you hear the tunes? Yes. Hopefully we're going to get some Rive fanciness. We're going to dabble today, but okay, cool. Okay, so tunes are back. Thank you, Guido. Cool. So yeah, so here, here's basically an overview of it. And we're going to dive into this later in today's stream. But yeah, so if you take a look, they explain it as this collaborative editor, right? So you're building these motion graphics, and the cool part is they have state machines and they have user inputs. So they've got some great examples on here. So if you scroll down, so like this one, for example, if I move my cursor over into the frame, then the animation stops. So, it's based on this mouse interaction. So there's one so that one's kind of based on this mouse interaction. This one is probably my favorite. So you've got this van, right? You can see that it's moving, it's pretty speedy. And right here, you've got this toggle where you can change the speed of the van, right? So if we slow it down, that's 0.5, 0.1, it's going super slow, right? So maybe down a street. Or, it's like a high-speed car chase. You've got it going super fast. And you can see as they explain it, right? It's buttery smooth. So I wish we had time to build something as complex as that. So Rive as a tool will let you do things like that and embed it. Here we have it in a basic, HTML website. Their runtimes are supported on other platforms as well, like mobile devices. Like here's an example on, maybe you have like a React Native app, for example, or maybe it's built in Swift or Kotlin. This other one is super cool, which, at least coming from the JavaScript world, one of the first things that people add, at least in my sphere, is dark mode. And so you've got this toggle right here where we can toggle nighttime mode. And so you see how smooth it is, right? Like I was playing with this all day. Like it just kind of blows my mind, right? So that's kind of like the promise of Rive. The goal of today is really for us to kind of get a basic understanding of the editor. We'll probably open a few community files, dive in and try and change a few things just so we can get a good understanding of how things work. And like I said, by the end of it, the goal is to build an animated like button. Does it export to code? Good question. So I believe when we export it, it's a Rive file. So let's see, I think I have it. So like here, for example, they have a package called Rive React, which is their React runtime. And so here it is right here. So you've got this Rive component, you've got a source, and then you just add, you know, like a path where you add the name of your file. So, oh yeah, right here. Okay, so file path or URL. So yeah, so it's not code. So I don't know exactly how it works under the hood. That's actually a good question. I don't know. I know there might be some Rive team members here, so maybe they can. Oh, Guidos, there we go. Cool. Yeah, so like Lottie. I haven't used Lottie, but I've heard good things. So you load it with a library. We call them runtimes. Okay, cool. So it's binary format. Okay, sweet. Cool. Good question. So yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, I've spent like lots of time on the landing page, just playing around with some of these examples that they've got going. And like, you know, I'm assuming in the Rive community, there's a lot of people building games or like highly interactive mobile apps. Yeah, so it looks like, okay, we got some more. You can use some of the lower level stuff to interact with things via code too. Oh, sweet. Okay. Like you can see we move things to follow the cursor right in the homepage, which we had up here, right? So this animation disappears if the mouse enters the frame, right? Anywhere in the frame, it just stops. So yeah, I mean, maybe we can, we'll see if maybe we can find that one and we can play around with it just to kind of see how that works under the hood. So yeah, so that's kind of an overview. You know, I mentioned the runtimes, right? So web, Flutter, C++, iOS, Android, React Native. I don't know what Tizen or Tizen is or default. Maybe those are, oh, default is coming soon. Samsung OS. Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's cool. The other thing which I want to mention, you know, similar to Figma, they've got a great free plan for individual use. So like me and you just want to come play around with it. You get to use all the features. You can share your files to the community. And then Studio's like, hey, like, you know, if you bring this to your team at work and you want to collaborate in real time, you know, that's when you would start paying. So super generous free plan. So that's obviously what we're going to be using today. So we're going to head over to login. I think I've authenticated with Google, so we'll just log in with that. Cool. Yeah. So we're good there. And then we'll head over here to launch the editor. And so this is just going to be at editor.rive.app. So yeah, so, you know, basic overview of this. Yeah, I mean, like if you look at the, or if we go back actually to rive.app, I think you can explore, there's a community tab, I believe, at the top. There we go. I mean, like some of these are insane, you know, like they're just super fun, super animated. There's a lot of talented people in the Rive community. So yeah, I mean, and the cool thing is, like if I click on this one, for example, most of them, you can just click open in Rive and like you can see how it works. And I think depending on the license, maybe somebody will correct me if this is wrong, but I'm pretty sure based on the license, you should be able to fork it and make your own changes. So, you know, I think that would, like, actually, let's just try it. If I hit open in Rive. So previewing a copy of Juan Carlos's file. So you can see, right? So like here's the artboard and everything. So they're all CC by license. So like Creative Commons. You don't have a fork button yet. Okay. So I stand corrected. There isn't a fork button yet, but that's coming soon. So if you're a developer and you're coming from like the GitHub world, the idea of forking someone's code, that is coming to Rive. Yeah, so actually, I guess, you know, while we're here, you can download the file. Okay, so you can download the file from the community page and plug it into one of the runtimes. Okay, so that could be something cool for us to try later tonight if we have time. Okay. Oh, right here. Okay, so we've got the export button, download for newest runtime. Oh, sweet. Okay. So actually just for fun, if I Save that. Okay, so it's a .rive file. Cool. And then, you know, if we had a create React app, we could just load that in. And so, cool. So yeah, so I mean, might as well just kind of dive into the editor now that we're here. Yeah, so we've got this new artboard, and so things live on an artboard. That's kind of how they're organized. You've got a group here, a filter. So let's kind of we'll toggle some of these and see what each of these things are made up with. And I'm assuming Command Z will delete. So like just for fun, one of the things I like to do when I'm trying to understand how code works, like if I'm debugging some HTML or CSS, is I'll open up the inspector and then I'll just start deleting things. And then I'm like, okay, like that's where this thing lives, you know? So like if we try and do the same thing, right? So like, you know, I have no idea what this reflections is. So if we delete that, oh, okay. So you can kind of see, so if I zoom in a little bit, you see this line, right? So we've got like this lighter, I don't know, circle on top, or I guess it's a half circle, and then a darker one right here. So if I delete that, you see that goes away. So, and if we try and change that, the cool thing, like we're just previewing a copy of this, and I believe I can just like make changes. So if we go to, looks like there's two paths for this reflection. Oh, and we can actually, like, if we hit the I, we don't actually have to delete it. We can just close it. So if we delete this one, I'm actually not sure what that one is. Oh, I guess that's just on the top there. So yeah, you can kind of, you can play around. I mean, that's one of the nice things. The other thing, so notice how this is animating. It doesn't look like there's any input. It just kind of circles around. You can't see that right here, right? And so that's because there are two tabs in Rive, or I guess maybe two modes you might call it. So you've got the design, which is obviously what it looks like, and then animate. And so this is kind of where that the state machine and everything comes in. So we've got this test. So let's hit play and see what happens. Okay, so nothing there. Oh, I see. Okay, example. If we hit play on that. Interesting. Okay, so you can see it's on this continuous loop, and it runs for 3 seconds, looks like, or yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah. And so it's just kind of circling, right? And so you got keyframes. So, you know, at least for me, coming from the video editing world, adjusting keyframes, changing position, it seems like that's going to be, if you're familiar with that, you're going to feel right at home. So actually, let's pause this. Okay, and so right here, so a one shot, like one take, you can do loop, which is what it's on. Ping pong, let's see what that does. And just hit play. Oh, nice. Okay, so once it completes a rotation, it goes in reverse. So that's kind of cool. You know, maybe I'm trying to think, maybe a basketball might be doing that. Maybe we can find one of the community examples that does that. That's kind of neat. Okay, so we'll go back to loop. We'll hit pause, and let's just toggle this. So it looks like, okay, so if we take a look, we've got a keyframe here, and I'm guessing if you right click, no. How do you add a keyframe? Or, let's see. Oh, it must be this plus. Let's just try adding one. No? Okay. That's not. Okay, so we'll figure that out in a second. But it looks like, so basically right here, we're defining a position. So X, -410, and Y, 401. So let's actually just try changing that. We'll just do like 193, and we'll change that as well. Okay, now let's hit play and see what happens. Okay, so still kind of similar. I wonder if we can get it to be a little bit more drastic. So we'll just look at this. Add keys by manipulating objects on the stage. Interesting. Okay. So we've got this stage up here, right? let's see if we can. Okay, let's figure this out. Yeah, just move stuff on the stage or hit the key button. Diamond shape next to the properties. Right. Let's see. So this is the artboard. The stage is right here. So let's see if we can, in the inspector, in the panel on the right. Oh, interesting. Okay. So these, I'm selecting, so these are keys and you can select it. Select something on the stage first. Okay. So I'm assuming, is the stages the same as the artboard? Or, let's see. So nothing there. Snap keys. See properties on the far right. I'm blind. Where? Position, scale, rotation. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we've got position, scale. I see. Okay. So let's just take, what is this? Start back. Okay, so we know what that is. Command Z? No? Okay, can't undo that. But it could be a keyboard issue on my side. Okay, so we'll put that back where it was. Okay, so let's go right here where we don't have a key. And we've selected an item on the artboard, which I think is the same as the stage. And so if we scale it, let's do that. Does that create a key? No. Oh, shoot. I hit the wrong button. Whoops. Okay. Let's go back. Here we go. Okay, so we got that back. Okay, so let's figure this out. So, example, got the main group, and we've got that start back thing. Okay, so select something on the stage. Okay, so I have something selected. See properties on the far right, position, scale, rotation. Oh, wait. Is that what this is? Okay, wait, I think I know. If we go back here. So if I hit this, there we go. Okay. That I did not realize. Okay, so it's up here on the right. So just to walk us through that again, I'm selecting something on the stage, or in this case, the artboard, which seems like we're just using them interchangeably. We've got this start back thing, which this is this like star piece thing. Got it. Okay. So the thing that I didn't put together was that we've got this target, which I don't know what this actually is. Is it like just I'm not sure what that is. Okay. But what happened was I clicked on the start back, and then up here, what I can do is I can change the position. So let's just change it to this. And then if you hit these, you can like add a key basically, or we'll just move it here. I'll add another one. Okay, and then the other thing I want to point out. Why is that not? That's weird. I'm hitting these. There we go. Okay. So this one's kind of complicated because he's using constraints to animate this. All those shapes are connected to the target icon. So he's got it all hooked up so you can just move the target in the middle and everything else follows. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. So let's go back to the design. So we've got this target thing, and if we just, is it like an empty element? Like how would I even create that? Yeah, okay. So actually, why don't we do that? So why don't I move the target? No, that doesn't. It's an empty group. Interesting. Okay, that's like a pro move, I'm guessing. Okay, that's not happy. I'm hitting, yeah, the scale. How do I select? Okay. Is there an edit undo? No, there's not. Okay. Let's actually refresh. So that's actually the nice thing. you can just reopen it because I hit the scale icon and couldn't get it back. Okay. So if I select that, it'll scale. The square is changing the scale. Try just the arrow or grab the shape. Okay, let's just grab the shape. There we go. Okay, nice. So now what happens if I animate it? So I've moved the shape like way over. If I go to example and hit play. Okay, so it's still, well, yeah, okay, sorry. You meant the target shape, okay. Let's go back to design. I'm gonna lock this because I don't want to move that. Okay, everything's locked except the target. So how do I move this target thing? Nope. Okay, there we go, edit. Undo. It's weird, it's like I can't select it. That, okay, there we go. So let's, whoa, okay. So check this out. So this is kind of what's happening, right? Here's the target. And like, as I move it around, I'm able to recreate that animation. So, you know, that's kind of, that basically tells us like how this is working, right? The target is the only thing that's moving in the animation, which is actually, that's really cool. That they, I don't know, like, how do you even think of that? So interesting. Okay, so if I move it, is that changing? If you hold command, it'll stop the line the snapping lines from showing. No, okay, this is helpful. Thank you, Guido. No, I'm like, I feel like what's the saying? Like a blind, I don't know, like I'm walking through the forest without a map, right? Like this is helpful. So cool. Okay, so we kind of got, let's check out another example. Maybe one that's a little bit more basic. Okay. This seems pretty basic, right? These are just two balls bouncing together. This is an example of distance constraints. Okay, constraints again. So actually, let's avoid that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you knew that, Guido. I did not know that. Okay. This has to be basic. Oh, the smiley switch. Okay, let's go with that. Okay. This is a state machine that allows you to switch the toggle on and off using trim paths. Oh, okay. And so the hashtag is like, hey, show me other animations that use trim paths. That's actually pretty handy if you're trying to learn, like, hey, how do I use trim paths? Show me all the animations that use them. Oh, that one's cool. That would be like something you might see on Spotify. Okay, so there's nothing more to show. Let's toggle it on. Okay, so this is the animation. So let's open that up. Cool. Okay, so this one looks a little bit more basic, right? So we've got one artboard, we've got this rectangle path, and we've got this switch. Sad toggle, I know. Let's make that happy. Oh, cool. Okay, so this one actually has more animations, and this actually might show the state machine a little bit more. So I'm gonna let's focus on this, right? So remember start state machine. So it's kind of cool. I wonder if I can zoom in. Yeah, okay. There's 100%. Cool. So, you know, if we're at the entry state, you can go start on or start off. And then if you toggle it from there, it goes to off. If you toggle it from start off, it goes to on. And it looks like it goes back and forth between these two. And then I'm not sure with these any state. Go with the simpler one on the left. Okay, let's go with the simple. So we've got entry and exit, which are like isolated states, I guess. And then from on, toggle to any state and then off. Okay, let's, oh, cool, okay. So if I hit play, it goes from entry straight to off, because that's what we're in. So if I bring this back down and hit toggle, actually maybe that's, let's see. Entry, okay, entry, state, and exit are defaults that come with all state machines. Okay, so if we hit play, 100%, okay. So And then there's an input, right? Which is this toggle. There we go. Okay, sorry. I think I had it covered up. Cool. Oh, I see. That's my problem. So if the play icon is showing here and I hit toggle, nothing happens, right? Because the state machine isn't running or isn't, I guess, active. So if I hit play, it's active or running. Now if I hit toggle, right, we can actually, like, it'll animate based on the input. That's how I'm understanding it, at least. Cool, so this is pretty neat. So I'm gonna see if I can get us to be able to see both. Okay, so you've got it right here. It's running. So off to on, off to on, off to on. Cool. Okay, nice. And so if we hit full loop, oh, okay. So there's the full thing. Okay, this is a lot easier to see, right? So if we take a look, we've got the switch controller, which if we dig into that tier, okay. I see. Okay, so that's the like whole controller, and then we've got the switch on background. Okay. Here we've got switch controller, we've got tier, right eye, left eye. Okay, so that's just a name for the group. Cool. So we've got all these different components, right? And so if I delete the tier, can I delete inside the animation? I can. Okay. So now we don't have a tier. So again, if I delete the right eye, all right, let's pause that. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you've got the right eye, you've got the color. So let's move this playhead. So let's actually see if we can. Actually, I wanna see if I can point something out. So we've got design. I'm curious if I change the color here. Like, let's just click in so we get to the ellipse, and let's change this color to, like, I don't know, a light green. So if we do that there, will it affect the animation? It will. Nice. Okay. Got it. Okay, and now if I change it in the animation, right? Okay, so I think the thing that I'm trying to understand is the connection between the design and the animate, right? Like, I guess they're one and the same in the sense that if I change it in the animation, right? So if we let's go to the ellipse, and if I go here, oh, I see. Okay, I can't change the color here, right? Because I have the ellipse selected. The only thing that's being animated or changed is the opacity. So design is like your default state before any animation is applied. Think of it like a setup pose. Okay, so when this thing is set up, this is the state, this is the color, all of that. Okay, that's helpful. So we changed it from green, or from like a gray to a green. You can animate the color. Try changing it on the right where you just changed it before. So, oh, I see. Okay. So let's change it here. So I change the color. Okay, so I can change it in both sides. Let's go with like a purple. Like, let's see if we can make this. Oh, right, but the opacity, that's why it's so dark. Okay, so now it's purple, so if we hit play. Whoa, wait, okay. The timeline only shows properties that have animations. It's just not showing up on the timeline because it hasn't been animated. That's unexpected. Or, that surprised me, right? Like, I see, that's why you couldn't see it before. Okay, that makes sense. So this is kind of cool. I don't know, how did I even do that? So if we go back to this first key, so I changed the color here. Interesting. But now, like this, I thought I was just changing this ellipse, like basically the head of the smiley face. But like the whole toggle. is changed too. Interesting. So see, like when I change it here, it looks like I'm just changing the head. Maybe I accidentally changed something else though. Oh, I bet I accidentally changed this one too. Oh, dang it. Okay. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe I was, maybe it didn't like the color that I chose. So cool. So we've kind of been playing around with some files. So let's actually, just for fun, let's see if we can export this or download it and see if we can get it in like a, I don't know, a basic React app. Oh, wait. I think I psyched myself out. This is pink already. I think for some reason I thought it wasn't. So, okay, so what we're going to do is download it. So I'm just going to save this to my downloads. It's a Rive file. And I want to see if we can get this in a React app, just so we can kind of get a sense, right, of like, what does it feel like having this in a React app? So what I'm gonna do is open Code Sandbox. We'll just stay in the browser, and let's see. And then we'll see, you know, like how difficult is it to actually use this, right? So like if a designer came to you today and said, hey, I just built this sick animation in Rive, can you put it in the web app? And you'd be like, yeah, for sure. So that's kind of what we're going to see. So there's this basic React template. I'm just going to use that, and that will get us up and running quickly. Cool. I think I can start editing it. Do I need to fork it? Well, we'll just fork it anyway. Okay. Cool. And I like that it doesn't make me sign in. So this is called Rive React. So I'm going to go and add a dependency. And Code Sandbox will rebuild that. Cool. I wonder if I can just drag and drop this file in here. So if I go to downloads and I've got my Rive file. Could not sign in. Oh, unable to upload files. Okay, so I guess you have to be signed in. So I think I'm signed in with GitHub on this computer. Yes. Amazing. Okay, cool. So we added Rive React, which is the dependency we need. Now we're going to see if we can drag in this file. Nice. Okay. We are good. Cool. So we have the file. We have the dependency. So let's just copy and paste this. I'm going to create a new file called example.js. I'm going to put it under source. And so instead, so I'm wondering, the thing that's not clear, a file path or URL to the Rive file to display. So I'm just wondering if I can just do it. I mean, I guess we'll find out. So my file is called, we're actually going to rename this, and we'll just say smiley.rive. Oh, side note, it would be cool if Rive had like an icon. But I guess you would have to like contribute to Code Sandbox or something. I might make a note of that actually. In editors. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is this, and we'll hit save or Command S. Okay, so my thinking is this should just work. I don't think the toggle will work because, you know, that relies on some state, so we'll look into getting that working in a second. But if we go back into app and we import example from example, and we just add that in. Oops. What happens? Nothing. Let's see what the console says. Cannot import an empty path. Okay. Let's just double check the example again. So a file path or URL. So, do I need to, actually wait, I think what I can do, import, we'll say smiley from, can I do this, smiley.rive? And then if I just do that, does that work? I don't think that will work. JSX attributes must be assigned a non-empty expression. Wait, let's refresh. Oh, dude, there we go. Amazing. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I'm guessing, you know, this must have a little background. But that's cool that that just works like that. I guess we would have to like fork it and remove that gray background that it has, is my guess. But let's see about how do you work with like inputs? Use state machine input hook. Okay, let's see if we can just copy this in. So use state machine input, because I'm pretty sure this is a name of state machine input. So if we go and open that up again. Oops, wait, that's not right. Open and Rive, there we go. So if I go to animate, so actually this is important. And this is something that I was watching a YouTube video and somebody mentioned it, but you want to name your inputs friendly names because these are going to be used by the developers. So this is actually called toggle. So if we go here we go. Parameters for this hook are Rive, state machine name, and the input name. I think, right? Well, let's give it a go. So I'm just gonna copy this, paste it in. And again, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna say import smiley from ./smiley.rive, and I'll replace the source with that. And I hope that just works. Unexpected token. So what are we doing wrong? Let's see. So we've got the const, we've got this. That looks right to me. I think you first need to tell it what state machine you want to play. It's playing an animation by default. Looks like you're looking for a state machine called button. Oh, right. This needs to be called, sorry, that needs to be called toggle. So, Rive component on click. Autoplay, let's say false. But why is it complaining? Unexpected token. Let's just let's comment some stuff out. I think on click input isn't defined. Oh, right. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Never mind. See above. Oh, okay. Let's comment that out. Okay, so there's something wrong with this line. What am I doing wrong here? So usually, I guess when I'm debugging these kinds of things, I just I'll just write it out myself. So we'll say Rive component. We know that's valid. on click, and we'll just add an empty function in there just to make sure that works. There we go. Okay. We're making progress. On click input. So we know that's a function. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, so we're making progress. So we'll say on click input, and dogs are still chilling, and on click input dot fire. Oh, okay. I think yep. Oh, Luigi, you beat me to it. Yeah, I was going to say, okay, nice. Cool. So that sounds good to me. Will it just work? No. What am I doing wrong here? Let's refresh. So clicking doesn't work. The state machine. That was the name of the input. So wait, okay. I think I'm probably getting mixed up, right? So we have a state machine and we have an input. So I'm just going to search for input. The state machine input hook is provided, and I'm actually going to turn on this light. There we go. The state machine input is provided to make it easier to interact with the state machine inputs. So you have a state machine, we have an input, right? So this sounds like what we want. We've got use Rive, and we pass it, and we'll just read this again. Parameters. So I'm pretty sure these are the parameters for use Rive, right? So Rive object goes there. State machine name of the state machine. I'm pretty sure it's called toggle. You know, from what I can see here. I double checked the names match up. State machine name. Okay, let's double check that. Toggle and toggle. What is this one again? What's that third parameter? Oh, wait. Okay, I think I'm getting it confused. We've got the state machine name and the input name. And I think I'm confusing those. Oh, right, okay. So I think we want simple SM. And actually, let's simplify this even more. And let's say state machine name. And what was that called? Simple SM. And also state machines, is this an array? Okay, it can be. I think we'll go with that. And we'll say state machine name. State machine name. Okay. And then we need the input name. Okay. So I'm going to say, and actually these aren't going to change. So just because I like convention, we're going to make it capital or all caps, state machine name, because this will never change. And then this one is going to be toggle name. And in this case, it's actually just called toggle. So we'll change that. We'll change this down here. And then we'll change this, and this is going to be the toggle name. Okay, so I think I just got confused on all that. So we've got the state machine name, we've got the toggle name, and so let's just double check those. So simple SM is, these are under animations, these are the names of the state machines. Simple SM is the name, and then the input is called toggle. So if we go back, and let's just double check. So first parameter is Rive instance, we got that. Second parameter is state machine name, we got that. Third parameter is the name of the input, we have that. So let's refresh and give it a go again. For some reason, must be doing something else wrong. Let's see. Let's go back to the docs. What could I be doing wrong? If anyone sees it, shout it out. You don't think it's active or playing? Right. I guess my thinking was, with this on click, shouldn't it just play when I click it? Or do we... I guess we'll... Okay. Weird. I guess my thinking was that with this on click that we would be able to animate it, but it looks like... What happens when I change that to false? Okay, let's try a different approach. Let's create... What we're going to do is wrap this. The state machine is active when it's playing. Okay. So can I use this one? Can I add an input? Like, I don't know. I guess I'll try what I was thinking. Then it internally plays other animations. Okay. So what I was hoping we could do. Let's see. Maybe if this works. Maybe it won't though. I was just going to add a button. And we'll add some state. We'll say, I don't know, is playing and set is playing. And we're going to do that with react.useState. We'll make it false. Why is it upset? Oh, because I'm not using it. And then we'll set this here. And then we'll say on click. And we'll, what we'll do is set is playing to the opposite of is playing. I don't know if that'll work. Oh, React's not defined. That's weird. Import. Oh, I guess I forgot that like in the newest version of React, you don't have to import. Okay. So will this work? No. Is that not? Maybe that's not how it works. I think it was working. I saw it animate. Looks like the click maybe isn't being detected. Okay. So let's comment that out for a second. It's okay. Interesting. So, or the on-click input is null. Maybe check if that's returning a value. Okay. Good ideas. So we'll delete this. We'll set that as false. Or sorry, we'll set that as true. We'll delete all that and delete that. And then what we'll do is, yeah, let's just, I'm going to cut this out, save it for later, and we'll just double check that this is even firing. And we'll say console.log, I was fired. Cool. Nice. Okay, so let's go to the console. We'll refresh. You definitely want autoplay true. That runs the state machine. Oh, okay. Good to know. So that should always be set to true. Otherwise, it won't respond to inputs. Okay. So when I click, you see this is going up. So that's, I guess, being fired, right? So then the other thing you said, the on-click input is null. Maybe check if that's returning a value. So yeah, let's do that on-click input. So now I'm just going to, we'll just do it, clear the console again. So now what we're going to do is on click, we're going to log, which we know works. We're going to log on click input, which if we double check, this returns a state machine input. So I assume state machine input. Yeah, okay. You see right there. It's logged out. Cool. Nice. And it has a method called fire, which is a function. I don't know what it does. Kona, I don't know if you probably couldn't hear that, but Kona, one of the dogs, was just crying. It's okay, Kona. Okay. So what do we know so far? We know that the onClick on the Rive component is firing. We know that onClick input is returning a state machine input. So yeah, let's give it a go. So I wonder, does fire return anything? Let's say like if we do onClick input dot fire. Let's actually look at the function signature. Oh, it doesn't return anything. Fires a trigger, does nothing on number or Boolean. Oh, wait a second. Is this our issue? It says fires a trigger but does nothing on a number or Boolean input. And this is a Boolean input, right? So I'm using the wrong thing, right? How would you need to set it to true. I need to set like that. Is there a, no, there's no parameter. Oh. I need to return true, maybe? Should be a value property. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So maybe we do need some state. So let's just, let's try this. Oops. Oh, it doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? No. Is it fire dot value? No. No, it's value. Oh, sorry. It's a property, not a method. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so that worked. So now I just need, we just need some state. So I think we can go back. The other state machine has a trigger which you would call fire on. Okay, that makes sense. So import React from React. And again, we'll do the same thing as before. We'll just do isPlain and set isPlain. And we'll do equals react.useState to false. And so what we'll do is, what do we want to do? I guess we want to set isPlain. So on click, I don't know, we'll say set isPlain to the opposite of isPlain. And then we'll set the value to isPlain. Let's see if that works. Oops, that was too fast. I think it did. No? Okay. Oh, sorry, it's behind a state. Oh, I think what you can do. So wait, sorry, I'm thinking out loud here, because React will, it's going to be a state behind. So what we want to do, set isPlain to the opposite, and we want the value to be that. But if we do isPlain, since set isPlain is asynchronous, what we need to do is, oh, why is this so hard? This is not, should not be that hard. Actually, I think what we can do is pass a callback, and we'll say, there we go. We'll say updated. How does this work again? Updated value equals the opposite of V. Okay, let me just double check this works and then I'll explain it. It almost works. So close. So I'm clicking it. So the first click works. So you can query on click.input.value. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Okay. That's even easier. So actually, let me see if I can just copy that. Thank you, Luigi. There we go. Okay. Too many equal sign. Okay, so I guess we don't even need the React state then, right? Like, let's just try this without. Oh my gosh, you don't even need the React state. Okay, so we're just over engineering over here. Okay, the input stores the state. Oh, that's awesome. Right. Okay, so it's a state machine. I guess it has to store the state. So, we don't need to, I guess, recreate that. So cool. Nice. Okay, so we're coming up on time. I'll see. Actually, let me see if I can. I don't want to embed it. I just want. No, that's the URL. How do you share this? I swear it used to be super easy. Let me see. Oh, we could do it live too. That's cool. Dude, I swear you could embed this. If you had more complex stuff that drives the input, then you need to store your own stuff. Okay, cool. So that makes sense. So something simple like this, we don't. How do I don't want to embed this. I just want like a URL. No, I don't want a fork. Dang it. Maybe if I just share this, I'm just going to share this. Yeah, okay. I think that should work. I'll just put this in the chat. Cool. So just a recap, we dove into Rive. We checked out the editor. We played around with some community files. So again, yeah, I mean, like that's a great way, I think, to get familiar with a tool, is just like jump into one of these and change some things and see what happens. And then we saw, what does it take to get this embedded in a web app, like a React app? And it's pretty straightforward. We ran into a couple hiccups, but they were very minor. It was really just us trying to understand things. But yeah, we got it working. So, it's pretty simple. So Rive React provides a lot out of the box. You just use a couple React hooks, you have their component, and boom, it's pretty simple. I mean, like, this is literally how simple it is to toggle it back and forth. So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. We're going to wrap up here. So we will catch you all next week. The stream for next week, we're going to be building this like button. And so what we'll do is we'll take a look and we'll just try and recreate it from scratch. We'll probably change it a little bit. And then, yeah, well, eventually we'll get it into a React app as well. But next stream is going to be mostly around design and working within the editor. So thanks all for tuning in. Thanks, Luigi. Thanks, Guido. Thanks, Alec. And anyone else that I missed. Thank you, the rest of you, for tuning in tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And we'll catch you next week. Have a good night.